Claressa Shields is reportedly in the studio putting together a song dedicated to a married Papoose, and let's just say his reaction in the room looked painfully uninterested. Yeah, you heard that right. All right, you guys, we seriously need to talk about this situation. Today's conversation is all about Claressa Shields. And yes, today we're also diving into what's going on with Papoose, because there are fresh updates connected to that unbelievably awkward flashcard game that Claressa Shields presented to the internet not once, but twice. The first time she ran through it solo, like it was a full presentation. Then the second round happened right in front of Papoose's family and a room full of people, which somehow made things even more uncomfortable to watch. Now remember, we already saw the two of them visit the gun range together earlier, so technically that's one item checked off that infamous flashcard checklist. But if you remember correctly, one of those cards asked whether there would eventually be a rap record or some kind of song involved. So before we go any further, let me quickly bring you up to speed on what's now happening with this whole song moment, because what you're about to hear is essentially a preview of Claressa Shields stepping into the booth, and trust me, she's definitely about to take the vocals away in every possible sense of the phrase.
Listen, I'm all alone at the crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home, and I've tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known. Oh, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you think you gave to me, but now I gotta find my own. You should have listened. There is someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming out, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed.
So yeah, that's basically the situation, you know what I'm saying? Just a quick little flashback so everyone remembers how this whole thing started. Because right now, while Claressa Shields is explaining all of this, Papoose looks like he's mentally somewhere else completely. It honestly reminds me of that huge birthday spectacle they had going on earlier, and I'm still trying to figure out what that event actually was. Was it a vacation, or was it more like some kind of business appearance? You get what I'm saying? Was it sponsored by a label like Win Records, or something behind the scenes? Because the vibe definitely wasn't giving relaxing getaway. When you've got 20 people around, cameras everywhere, and constant activity going on, you start wondering where the real private moments even happen. Where's the quiet time? Where's the genuine connection between them? If there's a glam squad around the clock handling makeup and styling, then at that point, it starts feeling less like a birthday celebration and more like a staged production, like something carefully put together for an audience, almost like a full performance instead of a personal moment. But here's the part we really need to focus on before we roll this next clip, because technically, this entire situation is supposed to be celebrating Papoose, right? Yet somehow, he's the one who looks completely exhausted and checked out. Man looks ready to pack it up, go home, and get some sleep. So let's go ahead and watch this clip together. And trust me, there's a reason I'm presenting it this way, so you can really catch what's happening.
Make me upset. I'm trying to try it Is it good with the water?
She said it wasn't, so I'm trying to try it.
You're good, ain't gonna lie.
So you're good?
Oh my God.
So yeah, that right there is Papoose. You see what I'm saying? Already completely knocked out. Now let's move into this studio clip featuring Claressa Shields. There's actually another version of the clip where the music is playing loudly in the background and everything, but because of copyright issues, we're not really going to dive into that part. Still, something about the situation had me a little confused. At first, I honestly assumed it was going to be Claressa Shields herself doing the singing, but when you really listen closely, it actually sounds like a male vocalist on the track instead. And from what people are saying, the song is supposedly centered around that "my man, my man, my man" theme. Now, trust me, I definitely have some thoughts about that part, but I'm going to save those opinions until after we watch this clip together, because there's something very interesting happening here. In fact, I'm going to run this clip twice, and the reason is simple. I want you to carefully watch Papoose sitting there in the background, pay close attention to his reactions, and then tell me what you think is really going on.
And of course your girl wrote it bar by bar. And I'm about to go in here and put my singing skills to the test for what they be saying. My man, my man, my man. My man.
Of course, your girl says she wrote the record line by line, and now she's ready to jump in the booth and test those vocals herself. And the hook she keeps repeating is basically that "my man, my man, my man, my man" energy. But let's be real for a second. There have been plenty of songs over the years with that same type of storyline. Y'all already know the kind I'm talking about. And feel free to add even more examples down in the comments, because this is just off the top of my head. There's a whole category of songs that basically sound like the soundtrack for secret relationships. Think about records like "Saving All My Love for You" by Whitney Houston, or that classic late-night vibe track, "As We Lay." Then you've got songs where somebody is basically telling the world, yeah, he might have history with you, but right now, he's mine. You know the type of lyrics I'm talking about. Or songs like "You're the One" from SWV, where the whole point is loving somebody who already belongs to someone else. So the real question becomes, why do we suddenly need a new version of that story from Claressa Shields? You're already dominating in boxing, so the sudden move into music raises some eyebrows. And if we're being honest, some people feel like this might be about competition, because the wife in this situation, Remy Ma, already has a long history in the music world. And let's not forget that Papoose is still legally connected to that marriage. That's just the reality of the situation. So, in some people's minds, the strategy looks like this. If you can't outshine the legacy, maybe you try to step into the same lane. Maybe you try music too. Maybe you try to create a hit record in the studio. And maybe having Papoose physically present, even if he seems mentally somewhere else, makes it feel more official. But here's the part that really makes people pause. Because there's still no public confirmation that the marriage to Remy Ma is actually over. No finalized divorce paperwork has been shown. No clear legal separation process has been put out there. And when that information is missing, people naturally start asking questions. It makes the whole situation look a lot more complicated than it's being presented online. And again, music has explored these kinds of stories for decades. Songs about complicated love triangles are nothing new. Think about tracks like "I Can Love You" by Mary J. Blige featuring Lil' Kim. Those records hit hard, but when you grow older and actually listen to the lyrics, the meaning hits differently. You start realizing what the story is really about. And that's why this situation is getting so much attention. Because from the outside looking in, it feels like someone is trying very hard to prove that this relationship is the real deal, trying to show that it's built to last, trying to convince people that marriage could eventually happen. But again, the complication is obvious. The man at the center of the story is still technically married. Meanwhile, critics online get labeled as haters, people get called bitter, people get accused of being miserable or jealous. But the questions keep coming anyway. Why does Papoose always seem distracted in these clips? Why does he often look checked out or focused on something else entirely? Why is he on his phone or drifting off while the camera is rolling? Those little moments are exactly what viewers keep noticing. Because even in the clip we just talked about, one earbud was clearly out, meaning he could hear everything happening around him, and yet he still looked completely disengaged. That's why some viewers believe he only locks in when the cameras are officially rolling, for a production, when it's lights, camera, action, when there's a show being filmed or promotional content being made. That's when he appears fully present. Outside of those moments, the energy looks very different. And unfortunately, it seems like this storyline might keep dragging on for a while, because proving a point to the internet can become a powerful motivation. But the public perception isn't easy to change, especially when the situation involves a marriage that hasn't officially ended. Now, to be fair, some critics say Papoose deserves some heat here too, because he clearly understands the position he's in. There have even been claims that divorce paperwork was ready to move forward at one point, but the process apparently stalled, and that raises even more questions about what the long-term plan actually is. Some people believe he's thinking strategically about the future, because while Claressa Shields is trending heavily right now, long-term influence and entertainment can shift quickly. Meanwhile, Remy Ma has built a reputation and career that spans decades. She continues to expand into new projects and opportunities. So when you look at the bigger picture, the dynamics of this triangle become even more interesting. At the end of the day, time will reveal the truth, but viewers online are already forming strong opinions. Some believe this situation is headed for a major fallout. Others think it's all part of a bigger entertainment narrative. Either way, people are definitely watching closely. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on here? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next upload, and I'll catch you all in the next one.